Another researcher that has spent a tremendous amount of time in the study of post-traumatic growth is Dr. Stephen Joseph, and his book, What Doesn't Kill Us, reveals how all of us can navigate change and adversity, traumatic or otherwise, to find new meaning, purpose, and direction in life. On post-traumatic growth, he says, when adversity strikes, people often feel that at least some part of them, be it their views of the world, their sense of themselves, their relationships, has been smashed. Those who try to put their lives back together exactly as they were remain fractured and vulnerable. But those who accept the breakage and build themselves anew become more resilient and open to new ways of living. People are intrinsically motivated towards processing the new trauma-related information in ways that maximizes their psychological well-being. So post-traumatic growth involves the rebuilding of the shattered assumptive world. So it's about recuperating coping abilities. Now I want to share with you 6 takeaways from this that Dr. Stephen Joseph uses for helping people to experience post-traumatic growth. First is taking stock, which means making sure that the client is safe and helping them learn to manage their post-traumatic stress to tolerable levels. For example, through exposure-related exercises. Now, I'm not just talking about, extinction-based exercises, because that really suppresses and doesn't really erase the trauma of that emotion. But there are strategies like that, which we'll be getting into further on when we talk about memory reconsolidation and into strategies. But for now, this is just a big overview, okay? So taking stock and being able to help the client to manage stress levels. Second is hope experiences, learning to be hopeful about the future. So looking for inspirational stories of people who have overcome similar obstacles. The more experiences around you that reflect the idea of hope, the easier it is to be hopeful. And of course, that's going to be covered more when we talk about neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to rewire itself in response to experience. So the more experiences of hope that a person has, then the more their own brain is going to be switching away from turning on autonomic stressful emotions to something a lot more parasympathetic, a lot more restful. Third is valuing change. So developing awareness of new priorities, more able to live in the present. Fourth is identifying change, being able to notice your own growth. For example, you could use the Psychological Well-Being Post-Traumatic Changes Questionnaire, which I will leave a link to as a PDF down below. This will be straight from Dr. Stephen Joseph. I'll make sure to leave a PDF there for those of you who want that. Fifth is reauthoring. So storytelling. And again, we're going to get into more of that and the efficacy of that when we get into memory reconsolidation. But just know that being able to tell different stories, using expressive writing techniques to find new perspectives, extremely valuable. And sixth is concrete expression. So some form of productive and purposeful work. Now, even if you take a look at celebrities, like perhaps like Joanne Rowling, right? She was divorced, single mom, 6-year-old little girl, living in poverty in a mouse-infested apartment. Okay, but she took out her clunky old typewriter and she finally typed out her book. Right? This is concrete expression. And she typed out the Harry Potter book, and of course, tremendous type of growth occurred. But I'm just giving you an example of concrete expression, something that you can do that gives you some type of, that fulfills a bigger purpose. And of course, we're going to get into more of that when we get into the resilience and neuroplasticity chapter coming up. We'll also talk about other types of people that have this kind of rock star resilience and are able to bounce back. But that's coming up in the future videos. I look forward to sharing more with you then. Bye for now.